What's up, fellas? Woo! How's it going? Hello, what's going on? Welcome in. Happy Monday. How are you guys doing? How's your weekend? Welcome. How's it going? We got vodka coming in with the first. What's up, vodka? How's it going? But we got El Capio coming in before the stream even started. How you doing? Waiting patiently, very nicely. Thank you. Sorry, I was getting everything all ready. You sent that as I was like getting the multi-stream stuff set up. How you doing, Michael? What's going on? Ivy, what's going on? Welcome in. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend.
Larry.
Nonsense. BS, what's going on? Welcome in. How are you doing? Whew. All right. So, continuing path of life today. I'm looking forward to it. We're in the tail end of it, or like the home stretch. We got probably 2 more streams today and tomorrow, and then wrapping up the story. Can you believe it? It's been pretty good though. I've quite enjoyed it. But there's a lot of other stuff to look forward to. Dust, how's it going? Welcome in. Happy Monday. How are you doing, dude? So if you guys missed it, we watched the live stream on Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to what's coming out there. So we'll be doing viewer polls and doing some event shenanigans, we'll say, on Friday, which will be exciting. That'll be good. So the VOD, hell yeah, I appreciate it. It's snowy and cold outside. Yo, it's been pretty chilly over here too. I'm like finally, I think, starting to feel a little better. I still am kind of congested, but I don't have as many like flu-like symptoms as I did the past few days. So I think I'm finally on the up and up, guys. We're finally moving up. Can you believe it? Only like 2 weeks into the new year, and I'm like finally starting to feel better. Maybe maybe who knows? Is he still gonna be late to Fate Night? No, because he just found out Wednesday he has to go downtown and get last. I guess let out of downtown San Jose at 5 p.m. That's crazy. Thanks for the effort. I'll be there before the stream ends. I believe in you. Thank you. I'm sorry that happened. It is what it is. No worries. We'll go through another day on Wednesday for Fate Day nights, and we might have to have you catch up VOD style if needed. But I hope everything goes well down in the San Jose area. Glasses prescription went up because holy shit, got remembered how blind ass I am. Oh man, yo, nothing's humbling like going to the eye doctor, right? They're like, you know, I don't actually know what that 3rd row of letters is. There's only 4 letters there, but I can't read any of them. So yeah, it's tough. Quite a humbling experience, like I said. Stormy, what's going on? Welcome in. How are you doing, dude? How was your weekend? Thank you for stopping by. Make a lot more cohesive and actually loop around wacky ideas to start with. Also give like some actual thesis statements. I saw that it was like a legit essay. I want to highlight for you and myself with respect to the upcoming shit show. That's crazy. We'll work finish this up, so I may or may not respond if you have questions. No worries. Hey, Micah, take care. Do your work, do your things. Thank you for the support as always. I appreciate you. I can try and gloss over after stream, most likely. I did not get a chance to look before. I saw that they came through, but I didn't get a chance to read. I was making some dinner. I've been eating a lot of like, I feel like this is like a I don't want to say like a cheapy meal, but it's been like really good. I've just been having toast, and I'll take hard-boiled eggs and I'll just kind of like smush them all over. So just like flatten out a bunch of hard-boiled egg on toast, and I'll put like salt and pepper on it, and it bangs. It's good. It just hits. So it's like it's got like a decent amount of protein because I got big eggs, and it's solid. So I've been eating that. So I was just having some of that for dinner, watching TikTok, keeping up with current events, unfortunately, and and here we are. I'll be sitting out the summer poll. Is what's upcoming that crazy, or are you looking forward to the collab? Is the collab even unit? The collab's gonna be units, right? I don't think they didn't say in the teaser. I don't actually. I don't know what's in the collab. More pink things for the prince. Hopefully, I need more pink stuff. The VOD won't know what hit it. Yo, give him the old onesie twosie. Zoc asked how many green dots were there, and I said one dot, and bro hit me with the "Are you sure?" Not the "Are you sure?" Oh my god, that's crazy. It's like, is that your final answer? You want to try again? That's nuts. Yeah, that's tough. I remember I had to do one eye test. I had to like put my head in this big bowl, and there was a bunch of they were like testing all my peripheral vision, and they had me like press a button as if it was like a video game anytime I saw a light out of the corner of my eye. So there'd be like lights at like the top or the side or the diagonals, and I just like pressing the buttons as they were lighting up. It was nuts. 20 free pulls, 120 max pity. Oh man, we're going to 120 again, aren't we? That's what happens every collab. Ash from Rainbow Six, Marcel, Dungeon Meshi. It's gonna happen again. Didn't show any units. Yeah, it was just skins or like Arknights characters in a band or something. One thing I like to do is rice cooker meals, where you just drop rice and all the other ingredients, and then when it's done, you got a ready meal. I've never done anything else but rice in my rice cooker in like the actual cooker part. I use the steamer basket on top, but do you have anything you recommend putting in there as well with the rice BS? Because like I'd be down to try that. That seems like honestly brilliant, and I love eating rice. I do eat a lot of like white sushi rice just on the side. So if you have recommendations to like better utilize that device, I will absolutely take you up on it. I need the full banner. It's a must. I haven't even watched the show, and I will be. You, what's going on? You're playing Path of Life. I'm playing Path of Logic. Whoa. Actually, that's not surprising. I knew that. How are you doing? How's your weekend? Welcome in. Prepared something for you when you do the viewer poll. Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll do viewer polls for the collab as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Haruka and Hoshiguma. That was really fun. I was really low energy because it was late. It was like 11 p.m. that stream started, but I'm really looking forward to it. I can't believe that I was like right. My like left field prediction was right. Also, Vodka, I didn't even realize your message was with a 30 stream streak. Shout out Vodka for a 30 stream streak. Thank you for holding it down, dude. I appreciate it. That's a lot of streams. Ark is pre-farmed. I better get her early. Hell yeah. I'm hoping for the best. I think I'm gonna go 200 because I want to get Chen, because I now have dreams of having my entire polycule and their altars on the same team. So I gotta make it happen, because they'll be a pretty well-rounded team at that point. It'll be guard Chen, guard Swire, sniper Chen, defender Hoshigumas, caster Lin, and now I guess you can put ritualist Haruka. So I'll probably go for Chen altar finally. But there'll be plenty of packs that I can buy, and it's the start of the year, so do tax write-offs. No DP anywhere. Yeah, no, we'll be broke. It's an expensive team to put on the field. But when we get going, I'll tell you. No stopping us. Wait, is she not ritualist? I don't remember what she was. She was I thought she was what? No, was she D-cell binder? I don't remember the class. I told you I was tired. You gave me a break. Abjurer, thank you. Sorry. My bad. Who's ritualist? I don't know who's ritualist. And also not Lungman Knights. Well, Haruka's part of the Archer. Okay. My bad. You know what I was doing? You know what I was doing is I remembered Micah told me that Arturia's paradigm or whatever the fuck it's called. The little, what's the little thing that you can do for 200 200 Arundum? The little paradigm shift. Paradox sim, thank you. And I did hers because I was like, I'll get some free stuff. I was gonna start to try and do some, and then I realized that most of them are pretty hard. But hers is really easy because you just put her on skill 3 and she just kills everyone. So maybe that's why I was thinking about Ritualist. I don't know. I did do that. I successfully did that one earlier, but really just doesn't play with supporters. What's Shamar's subclass? Hexer? I pulled that on my ass. If that's correct, then I'm on something. I put skill 3 and kill everyone. I was right. Let's go. Let's go. Tragodia is cool. I tried to do a IS6 run with Tragodia and I lost. I just use rice, do like double the water I usually do, then slice up chicken breast and some greens plus some soy sauce and some other spicy aftertaste, and then just let it cook. And when it jumps over to keep warm, just let it steam for another 6 minutes. Ooh, all right, BS, I see you. Yo, that's big brain, honestly. Plenty of rice cooker meals on YouTube. Yeah, if you have any you recommend, I'd happily take them. Granted, not any that have meat in it, just because that's me. But hey. Haruko would be nice. Hoshi's all right. I didn't pre-farm anything. I never pre-farm, so I count on there being insta E2 items in the shop. So what's Chuyu's subclass? She's just a medic. She's just a regular medic, right? It's correct somehow is the funniest way you could have answered that. Is Chuyu just a regular medic, or is she a therapist? What therapists are there? There's Falarfkin? No, not Falarfkin. Jesus Christ. Whisperain. Not regular. The best. Oh, my bad. My fault, gang. My bad. No, and no, yeah. And Lumen. Jordy! The sad boy subclass. Oh, wait. You're so right. Ceylon does kind of fit into that category too, right? In a sense. That's nuts. Pretty solid grouping. Sad boys and Genki girls. Ceylon, Pure Stream, Lumen, Noel. What a crew. What a crew. Man, I would love to see what kind of conversations they have. Well, you forgot and Whisperain. Whisperain is too. Whisperain's a therapist. I always forget Whisperain. That's crazy. Whisperain was one of the 5-star medics that I was going to level up, and then you guys voted and I built Mulberry instead. It's gonna be Mulberry, Honeyberry, or Whisperain, and we went with Mulberry for that. But I love Mulberry, so I'm not necessarily upset by that. I don't think there would have been a bad choice in my opinion. But for whatever it's worth, I haven't used either of the other ones as a result. So that's the only downside. All right, schedule for the week. So today and tomorrow we are going to be moving forward and most likely wrapping up the Path of Life story. So we'll see our boy Ulpianus sail off into the wind. Wednesday we're going to be continuing the Fate Stay Night story, I guess without vodka. Can you believe it? Despite my best efforts. And then on Friday we're going to be doing anniversary viewer polls and some anniversary shenanigans. We're going to be starting at like 7 Eastern, so a little early for that. So fun week still. But yeah, so we did the stream reaction on Saturday, so that's why I substituted out yesterday's stream, so we didn't do Mystery Dungeon. Thanks for understanding. I also am still technically on the recovery from my sickness, and I like to think that I will be ideally back to normal by the end of the week. Look at the even brighter side with Haruka. You can bench A even hard on hard stages. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Actually, it's gonna be really good for like IS too, because you know, a supporter that heals is always nice. But all right, whoever said Haruka wasn't part of the polycule, I beg your fucking pardon, mate. Because look, she's right here. And look, it's Swire. Look at Swire. When he dies on Wednesday, he fate without vodka. Yeah, I'm a little nervous actually. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. The building is literally under where San Jose sits on the map. I am not getting home in less than 40 minutes. That's crazy. That sucks. It is what it is. Like I said, don't worry about it. I'm sorry that it popped up. Life gets you sometimes. But look at Swire. It's just so cute. I love her. I fall more in love with her every day. Did you guys know that? So pretty. All right, so Path of Life. Oh, voted on what? Ivy, a while back we voted on a medic for me to build, a 5-star medic for me to build, and oh yeah, I had to reinstall the game. And it was between Whisperain, Honeyberry, and Mulberry had won. Thinks appearing in a CG together makes it canon. Well, I mean, listen, do you remember that one with Bagpipe and Reed? That one was good. Yeah, so I had to reinstall the game because of all the crashes that we had last week. So thankfully I remembered that I needed to open the game to download the resource packs before stream, because I had like OBS open and I was like making sure that the game was gonna run, and it was like, hey, we gotta download the resource packs. It's like, oh shit, that's right. So Fly High, what's up? Welcome back. 10 days till Enfield. Holy crap, you're right. So true. How you doing? Welcome in. You gonna be checking it out?
This place still
nice.
Let me amend my statement. Uh-oh. Who's tired that I can't swap out? Oh, you? Get some sleep. Hey, what? I thought I'd... Okay. Let this guy sleep.
Real spacious room.
There you go. Potter? Fuck
clean.
Potter. You're a liar. You're a liar and you're spreading misinformation on the internet. Can't believe you do this. All right, so I got some gold certs. I think I should be fine for the banner coming up. I think I should be all right. We got some packs and we got some polls ready. So did I not? Oh, just because I reinstalled the game. Spreading misinformation. Yo, wait till Mr. Information hears about that. Crazy. Buy your green search out. I did. I'm already on the second one. Do you clear it? You don't clear out this one, do you? I don't have the funds for that. Your recruit tickets. I don't need those. They refund themselves. I got 400. I don't do enough recruiting. I always forget.
Show me your brightest smile, my esteemed.
I guess if they do refund themselves, I should probably do them. And you could have more. You're right.
I'm a sniper.
You're right. Okay. Sorry. Good point. That's a good point. I every once in a while I get in little like sprees where I'll remember, but then there's like a few days that pass when I forget. Overworking recruitment only stream when? Imagine. Why do we just sit and watch the recruitment timers go down? That's good to know though that they just refund themselves. I'm back. Every cleanup first plus recruitment and pull tickets. That's what I normally do, but I honestly grab a lot of the blue mats like rocks a lot of times. I've been farming this stuff from the current event for the rerun. many expedited planes? 150 or something. Yeah, 151. But yeah, I know that it's important. I just forget. Okay, I just keep forgetting. Anyway, all right. So, where were we? Where were we? We did BP6 after. Oh, we got record restoration for Ray. All right. Bam, 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 bam. All right, where are we? There it is. All right. Playing a day with my 800 instant recruit back. Holy crap. That's nuts. You can do 150 recruitment content if you want. What? Is that content? Is that the content you guys want to see? All right, BPST2 is where we are starting off, fellas. All right. Backflow current. The children of the sea proliferate through the city. They will not permit any place in the sea that does not belong to the sea. What comes after Seaborn? Deborn. What the? That's crazy. What's up, Soggy? How you doing? Happy Monday. Oh, I saw your she sells seashells down by the Seaborn earlier. That was a good one. How many 6 stars can you get? Prove your luck. Probably 1. I bet there's only 1 in there. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Don't spread misinformation. I was spreading misinformation, and Mr. Information almost found out. I was on something, bro. For real. You're onto something. A cut down short of the highlights of your 150 would go hard. I don't know. It's probably gonna be like nothing. I really would be surprised if there's more than 1 top op in there, but I guess there's only one way to find out. All right, let's keep going. Let's get it started. Got some tea. Soggy, how was your weekend? Right back to old pianist. There he is. Right after he killed Blandis. And Jordy. Look, guys, it's Jordy. Some 5 stars. That would actually be good. I played Valorant. I'm sorry to hear that. Unless that was considered a good weekend. In which case, congratulations. But I think... I'm sorry to hear that. You had to willingly boot up the Riot client. Candace's anniversary was the last Friday. Let's go. Is that why she got Go-Gurt? She deserved it. My cat doesn't like the Go-Gurt. She's been sleeping under a blanket for the last like 2 hours because I took a nap after I went to the gym, and I was laying under a blanket and I pulled her underneath, and then she was like, it's warm. So she stayed under there, and now she's still under there right now. It's probably so warm under there. Kind of jealous. Yeah, my cat was never a big fan of the Go-Gurts, but I think it's so funny watching cats eat them. It's so funny. You got a blanket cat? How my cat sleeps on top of them, never under. Oh, she won't willingly sleep under them, but I'll drag her underneath and then she'll just like pass out. It's funny. We were just cuddled up. We were cuddled up under the blanket, taking a schmanooze. It was nice. I took like a fat nap after the gym because I did a pretty small workout because it was my first day back after a week. But I felt pretty good. I was just like I was a little tired and a little out of breath. So I went kind of light. I only did like four exercises. So I'll be back on my bullshit on Thursday though. So what's your routine? I forgot. You're right. I did forget. Give me a second. I'll send it. Give me a sec. It surprisingly didn't fall off my dumbbell curls. I still hit 11, which is good. I forgot the E right there. Whoops. The menacing music. Yeah, little worky outy. Had anything noteworthy to post in so long I haven't bothered. Thankfully after one day back I was up to 100 on lap pull down again. Let's go. See, yeah, you gotta warm up to it a bit after some time off, but you'll get to it. I believe in you. Senor Opianis? You. So it is you. Okay. We met once at Grand Pharaoh. Actually, it was you who approached me, though I never learned your name until after I got here. Please, you're not supposed to be here. It's control center for the beacon tower. That man on the floor, did you do that? It's the most fitting end for one who fell. Damn. What did he do? None of your business, young one. Leave this place for your own safety. Nest beacons have all been activated. The sabotage weapons are warming up. How else can I warn the hunters? Is Laurentina's group in danger? Did this man do it? Is that why you... Oh, Pianist hits him with the ... You won't tell me. You don't trust me. Well, I don't trust you either, honestly. You never introduced yourself, and seeing all this, it's really only right to suspect you. Talk to him, Jordy. Yeah, get him. I don't trust you. Yeah, how's that? You don't trust me. Well, I don't trust you. Got him. Good job, Jordy. But they're your friends. You're a hunter too. I think I know a little about your tales together. He did his dirty work on them before they left. They're still caught in the seaborne tide for now. I'm not entirely certain what's going to happen, but the danger's definite. If they want to plant the beacon and are still in the nest, maybe we could send their beacon a signal from this tower to warn them. I was helping out here earlier. I know roughly how the basic controls work. And do it. Okay. Jordy got told to do it by a big burly man. Rose never said hello in his entire life. No, he never says hello or goodbye. Fight back. Jordy got some fangs on him. Kind of tough though. Click, 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 click. Well, it's much more complex in practice, but I can say this tower seems to operate on a very similar framework to a lighthouse's control system. As far as I'm aware, Brogan passed through the city and aided the tower reconstruction effort. The technician mentioned that the tower will automatically navigate the weapons once every beacon is active, and other controls will be locked out by the program. So, if we want to send a signal to one of those beacons, let me see. Just as I feared, it's impossible to resume control. Baka! Do you have any way to circumvent the lockdown? If Brogan was involved in the reconstruction, then maybe, just maybe, I have a very stupid plan. My entire time here in Malarium, I've been trying to get to understand the man Brogan was. He had a habit of writing things down, always noting his thoughts, his suspicions, etc. He kept it up even on dry land. Did bro just say etc. out loud? Jordy Belfort. Kind of tough though, while bro's blushing to his ears with, oh, okay. Sad boy hours. Was it so he wouldn't forget things? I think I can try temporarily shutting down the main control panel's data decomposition system, like this. The little sound effect, doink. Boink. You can say etc. in conversation, it serves the same function. I know, but it's just like, you know, did you just say perchance? Before you were bringing up my history, don't bring up my browsing history. If you see Kachan and Deku Yaoi, it wasn't me, I swear. It was a virus. Someone hacked my computer. It wasn't me. I promise. A number one hero would never do that. Isn't that right, Kachan? I'm keeping a straight face. That's not the take of someone who's been to Yale, probably. What? That's crazy. I love that you guys like that bit, because I intentionally am going to keep it going. Is that the op? No, I think it's the intervention. Whole squad laughing. Hey! Oh man. I use perchancably a lot, even though I don't think that's actually the correct word. Bluey, what's up, Bluey? How's it going? Thank you for the hydrate. Bluey, how was your weekend? Zap boost, no! How are you doing? Welcome in. How was your weekend? Hi, Bluey. So, I'm sorry to hear that. You should use Mayhaps. Mayhaps is a good one. I do use Mayhaps every once in a while. But I'm doing all right, Bluey. I trended up a little bit. I think I'm finally starting to get over the hump of the sickness. I'm still a little congesty, but nothing else symptom wise really going on. So hopefully the home stretch here. Lots of B-days I intended. I'm full. Good. Belly full of cake, as you deserve. That's good. You know, I know a lot of people that have like end of December, early January birthdays as well. But welcome in, Bluey. Welcome in, Sapboos. Hope you guys are both doing well. You call me Brogan's descendant, but just from looking at his images, you can tell I don't resemble the genius architect one bit. My parents were just heirs rooted to the land. There are plenty of us across Iberia and other terrestrial countries. Strictly speaking, we don't even count as... So what? It used to trouble me, but recently I've been learning to let myself get over it, to not think so hard about it. It's just, you're the first to ever mention that to me, so I wanted to be sure. Why did you think I was... True, I did miss the mark, but I never engaged in baseless speculation. There's more of a bond between you than you think. A bond? Profound silence ruined Iberia. The lighthouses fell dark along the coast, and doubt and suspicion grew in their shadow. Brogan was forced to flee the splendor he himself had designed. Grand Pharaoh was one place he sheltered while on the run. The research notes your parents left you are undoubtedly connected to him. There were people he knew he could entrust his life's work to. Look at what you're doing now, young one. You may not be his descendant by blood, but you've most certainly inherited a portion of his wisdom. Malarium's the first Aerin city you visited, and coincidentally, the last Brogan stopped at before leaving the country entirely. His trail covers the entire seabed. Everywhere he went, he visited those of great repute, to share his thoughts on dry land, conjectures on Terra's future. He had hoped someone would head for the continent with him, so that one day, land and sea might stand against crisis together, seek new possibilities together. And he admired him for his talent, but perhaps his suggestions were too ahead of his time. For in the end, hardly any responded to his invitation. All pianist's eye closed, all pianist pensive. Slipping back into teacher mode, when he starts to get passionate, he starts yapping. What's up, Luck? Welcome back. How you doing? Can't just say perchance, that's what I'm saying. It's so much a mom's B-day cake and it's still not finished? Bro, you have a responsibility. You have to be the one to eat the cake. We healing, Bluey. We healing, baby. Malarium even volunteered to take part in this tower's reconstruction in exchange for an audience with the then council. And? You need to ask. Just reject. But as the work finished, he made the final decision to wrap up his winding tour and officially depart for the faraway soils. Even if his time on the road had gained him practically no support. Think over what you've done. You left the town you knew and came to this alien place they call your home. That too took incredible courage. In this respect, you and Brogan are not dissimilar. Conversely, all you'd shared was just blood, and that would have been something to be ashamed of. Do not usually play psychological counselor Jordi Fontanarosa. A win for our progressive king LPNs? I guess so. Bro's showing a little humanity finally. Can you believe it? Finish Octopath. Nice. Yo, look, I've been meaning to play those games because I love that kind of game. Like, I love Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy, but I haven't gotten around to them. I know that they're good. I know that Triangle Strategy is good. I just haven't played, but I do want to. I love HD 2D sprites as well. I think really that did it. At the very least, signaling a single beacon shouldn't be an issue. Let's see. The Nest 37. I hope Laurentina and her friends notice. Actually, Senor Pianist, is it just me, or is the air getting stuffy? I saw someone uploaded a collection of creators' reactions to JTA 3. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too, Golf. Golf, how you doing? Welcome in. I hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, there's Arknights Clippers channels now. Can you believe it? So, if you guys see any Arknights Clippers, you guys have free reign to submit my stuff. I definitely feel free to share. Spread the Benny Bloom love out there. I saw they had a short of mine as well. It was they did a short. They did a short where it was like the elite operators and Ascalon. And I was like, oh yeah, just a reminder, guys, Ascalon is not an elite operator. the elite operators are over here and Ascalon's over there. She's not a part of them. She just happens to be there. Russ, when you make it big, can I send clips from the Bigfoot stream even though it's not Arknights? You can send them to me. I should edit those, Bluey. I've been ripping shorts lately. I got probably like 10 more on deck for the next like week or so. For socials. And I have some that I gotta repost because they didn't do that well. So Rips' shorts confirmed. Why is everyone saying that? Cake too juicy. Yeah, I got booty shorts on. Caught. You'll enjoy it as a Fire Emblem fan myself. Nice. I've actually been playing off stream. I started Path of Radiance because Nintendo went and put that on the GameCube Virtual Console. So I'm finally playing the Ike game because that shit was like $200 something if you wanted to buy it. So it was honestly huge W that they put it out on NSO. So we up. But I gotta say the writing's pretty bad. the writing is very bad. It's very just like super cliche. But it's fun so far, at least, and it has its GameCube era charm. So I'm enjoying it. I do love this background. It looks really cool. Ascalon strays will never end. Yeah, no, the writer's hater. Clip of me doing the Deku. What? Kachan? I said don't put it in there. Kachan, wait. Kachan, that's not a hole. What? Sorry. What's up, party guy? How's it going? Welcome, welcome in. Good. Nice time to stop by. How you doing? Well, happy New Year. What a time to have ears. Yeah. How you doing, dude? What's new? What you been up to? Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. My comms just picked up a fairly faint gravitational wave. What a strange feeling seeing the ripples in space-time with my own eyes. Just like in the manual, seems the beacon's already active. According to Clementia, this beacon going live should mean Class 4 weapon array will automatically come online. We should head back the way we came immediately. And here I was thinking we'd stay behind and enjoy our front row seats. What's so fun about watching cannons fire? Oh, weren't we supposed to have something rather different in store? I thought we'd see the Seaborn silently popping all at once across the entire stretch. How poetic, how fitting, and like when you consider all the little bastards' wrongs, no? Though Class 4 weaponry may not affect us, pointless dithering will only invite more variables. Get that chicken bake, baby. Enjoy it. Fine, off we go then. Vacuole merrily whirs. Not the vacuole, whirling merrily. Merrily, 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 merrily. A soft murmur reaches Spectre's ear, and when she turns to look, she meets with an eye, more accurately, a nucleus, leaping to and fro. Holy crap, guys. You guys know, you guys see the mitochondria? It's the powerhouse of the cell. You guys see it? It's right there. Mitochondria. The flagella of the Seaborn sticks to her cheek, soft as a kiss. Spectre sees the nucleus pulsing in a clear rhythm, blending with her own heartbeat. I love when her eyes go crazy mode, but not when she's getting like caressed by a Seaborn. Shark. Don't attack yet, Scotty. Went straight past us. Doesn't strike me that we spooked it, or like something pulled it away. The beacon. Captain, the gravitational waves coming from this thing aren't supposed to be so irregular, are they? Scotty, behind you. Move. Vacuole merrily whirls. No, no, more merrily whirling. Spalter can power me. How so? How so? What do you mean by that? Soft membrane cheerily stirs. Creased skin excitedly shudders. The currents reverse. The tide sweeping the Seaborn surges back into the nest. Sound of beating membrane wings, of compressing and unfolding, clamoring mouthparts of roaring streams. The whole space reverberates with layer upon layer of cries, pure elation. The beacon's been completely drowned out. The eggs and newborns are multiplying rapidly. Clementia said all formless newborns would enter straight into necrosis and the mature individuals would flee from the area. All the fungal mat, the vegetation, the whole nest would decay, starting from the environment. But clearly, we're not seeing much of a collective necrosis here, are we? If anything, I'd say they're full of life. Pull back. Claudia turns the instant she barks the order, the lance piercing the Seaborn ahead as she ruptured tissues bursts about like blood. Ever since that little bastard touched my face, I've been feeling sleepy, somehow. Uh-oh. How very strange. It's been long since I felt this way. Is she gonna turn back? Ah, I thought it was just me. Oh, okay. This shouldn't be. Combat only sharpens an abyssal hunter's lucidity. Blandis. Oh. You mean the auto-adaptive junction surgery? We discovered an anomaly and Blandis certainly treated us, but he also tampered with the procedure. Yet whether coincidence or not, the church's attacks clearly cleared our suspicions of him. But he... But this was my mistake. There we go. But he's the advisor. Why would he? They're on to him now. If we want answers, we must make it back to the city. Hightail it out of there, ladies. Spectre skips ahead at the vanguard. Her dance is graceful as ever. With but a twirl, a high RPM saw blade leaves the seaborn ahead, carved in two. Got him. Touch our fish, freak. Freak. Saw that coming a mile away. That's what crashed the app. We'll be getting another fish soon. I know, right? Haruka looks so great. I'm looking forward to getting her. Vacuole excitedly swells. Blech. The beasts have noticed us and yet show hardly any will to attack. Captain Shark, have you noticed the water flowing slower? Get a hold of yourself, Scotty. No, wait, she's right. These animals are secreting something. Finally, the tide receding, the nest temporarily bears the truth of transformation. Seaborn living and dead fall into every ravine in the seabed. The nest's borders have begun to bleach, chitin coming together into a thick crust. Something has provided them immense nutrition. The whole nest is forming a carapace and spurring every life within it to evolve faster. A shell. If we take the Iberian so-called Nether Sea brand as the roadmap for the organism's expansion, this shell is the final act of fueling before it begins. Without warning, the beacon pulsed irregular gravitational waves. Right afterward, the seaborn swarm began to nest around it. Either this is some elusive aberration in the weapons themselves, or someone in the city is trying to remotely control the beacon to transmit information, or possibly both. Is Jordy gonna get them killed? Whatever Blandis did to us during surgery has dulled our senses. Consider the hunt on. Time is of the essence. Get out of here. Skedaddle. Your cheeks are flushed and your clothes soaked through with sweat. I'm not nervous. Scotty Daddle. Boop. That was good, thank you. Background's really pretty. That's what I was saying. I love the underwater backgrounds. They're all been really good. You are facial on. That's what I'm saying. Spectre L. What do you mean? No, you're accustomed to dry, arid land. You're more sensitive to dampness than an average air. The humidity's racking you. Hold on, Chotomate. Look at the chart. Densely packed biosignatures from right above us. It's the dome above the tower. The Seaborn are seeping into the city through there. No, but weren't there 2 legions out there keeping them at bay, plus the hunters? Above us, among us. Even if some other nest slipped through the perimeter, Malarium still has countless sensor units across the dome and all sorts of complex defenses. How could the Seaborn get into the city without a sound? Did this tower draw them in? but why? I guess if someone showed them the path. The path? Path of life? Blandis, had it ever dawned on you that your folly would lead to such disaster? Pianus is pensive. He does not turn to look at the culprit of all this. Lying motionless on the floor, he stares closely at the holographic sea chart. Dots representing the Seaborn swarm converge right on Malarium's coordinates. They shine like the stars. Fellas, that's not good. That's not good. Underwater Anduin comparison so crazy because Anduin always talks about his path. His group is the Pathfinders, and they all call him Guide and saying, I told you, I clocked that right away. He's underwater and away. Story hitting his peak. Yeah, it always does right near the tail end, Soggy. Right near like this like 6-7 area. Say that again. No, Bluey. 6-7. Bluey. Crazy.
Pinar explosion chamber.
Ah. Some lone trail that has like 5 peaks. Yeah, a lot of stories will be like this slow kind of like bell curve up, slow ramp up, but some stories, yeah, shit hits the fan early and often. Stormy too, that's crazy. Both people on the YouTube side made the jump over to Twitch just to shoot me, just to quick scope me. I can't believe this. Thank you for that, actually. Thank you. Mons ban this guy. No, no way, no way,
Can
no
I
way,
go to
no way.
toilet,
Wait,
please?
wait, wait, wait,
I
wait,
asked
wait, no, no,
teacher.
no, no, wait, wait, wait.
Fuck you, said my teacher, whose was actually the fuck you guy.
That's crazy. Is it the op? I thought it was the intervention. I didn't think it was the op. Ban. What? That's crazy. Imagine. From history, BP7. And so the forefather passed into history, from whence came the seaborn, and for the first time his teachings were understood. Vodka, I think you are the resident expert here. So what's the story lengths here that we're dealing with, that we have left? Because BP9 doesn't have a story, right? Imagine it's just like that command single-handedly shut down the stream. Just ended it. Just ended all of us. I'm poor. It's probably, if you're watching on a different app, it won't give you the channel points, right? Makes sense. $10, $18, $18, $16, $12. Okay, that's not bad at all. Oh, we'll easily finish tomorrow then. Like, absolutely. It's not even up for debate. We'll be good. Okay, sweet. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. The last quarter of stages and the last like 2/7 of the story. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, not bad at all. Okay, awesome. Let's do BP7 before. Cool. I always like to just like quickly check. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. Remember this on a later date. What do you mean? What do you mean you'll remember this? What is that seal? So funny looking. There are always chimes like little bells resounding from the dome, the result of countless tentacle-shaped biomonitors analyzing the most minute changes in the ocean current. Occasional dull roars echo faintly from the port as warships coming to and from the harbor gracefully displace vast amounts of seawater like gigantic fins. The goods, finally. The goods flying through aerial optic cables in squeezed state to every household, amid near subsonic buzzing. 18-minute stories are usually about 40 for us on stream. Yeah. Have you found the ratio of story reader to Benny's stream? Like do you have it down at this point? Deer got turned into a fish. No. 2.5 times. Honestly, something to go off of is pretty solid, actually. It's impressive. If we're consistently hitting that mark, that's pretty good. These myriad noises, varied yet not chaotic, have become the ambiance of Malarium, long since faded into the background for its 10,000 or so residents. Now all those residents stop in their paces. They wonder if their ears are deceiving them. At first, it was like a wisp of wind sweeping across an angular reef. Then like a newborn who tentatively poked its head out of the warm womb. And after that, a colony, a nest, an entire region of sea. Oh. The thick, bizarre sound of blooming of life could be heard clearly. The children of the sea now give back to the ocean. They give civilization a kiss, and the civilization is now filled to the brim with life. Uh-oh. Look. The usual tower looming over the city center is gone, replaced by an enormous stone column, the type seen only in karst caves in the sea. Karst caves in the sea, yeah. Layer upon layer of fine, porous, slimy, and smooth seaborne tissue encircle the walls of the beacon tower. Yet light from the equipment within still permeates, casting an ethereal, enchanting glow over its surroundings. Microbial colonies float down from the column, blossoming into oddly shaped life forms. If it weren't for the statues I could just barely make out, I thought these would untouched wilds. Nest conversion. Why would there be seaborne in the city? I know we haven't. Doesn't matter if we did or not, as long as the results are as expected. I just hope it's a lesson those ever-sinking air will never forget. What do we do now? We keep it growing and stop the city from pushing it back. Keep it growing? How's it growing? The sound of blooming Benny mentioned. Oh my god, that's me. You've alerted the horde. No! Crazy. Locke, thank you for the hydrate. Not the horde. What does the sound of bloom sound like? Was murdering Talia not enough for you? Do you need to destroy the entire city to sate your appetite for chaos? At first, I was planning to tail you back to your allies and save myself some effort. Secunda! Secunda! But since it's an emergency, I'll have to haul my net in now. You will be the 33rd and 34th Church of the Deep cultists caught by the Sea Patrol this month. The Sea Patrol. You've harmed a lot of our brothers and sisters lately. Clinging to the current order will do you no good. What Air needs isn't a struggle for its life in despair. It's... Shut up. I'm not here to debate. Damn. Get shut up. And a Benny Blue. Shut up. Didn't see that one coming. But ow. 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 I just elbowed my desk. Ow. 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 I tried to do that thing where it was like with your elbow on the desk and I just slammed it against the side. Ugh. It didn't feel good. Bone can be funny. That was a oof. Crazy. Not one of you said, "Are you okay?" All of you instinctively started laughing at me. Thanks. Your suffering is amusing. That's crazy. What am I? What am I? Some court jester for you guys? Is that what? Am I just some court jester for you guys? Is your desk okay? Shut the f up. I have to cry before we ask if you're okay. That's the rule. That's fair. I've only cried a couple times. You didn't see the safe word. Shoot. You're right. You're right. You're so right. I just want to hear the home run. I do too. Honestly, I do like the home run. Suffer for the views. Stop. I already ate tons of bean boozles and stuff before like that. Haven't I earned enough good graces in the suffering department at this point? for you guys. Haven't I eaten enough bloody bandage or whatever it was flavor dust? Like there wasn't like a single pomegranate bean boozle in there, but I had a number of bloody bandage or whatever. Coconut. My stream safe word is artichoke. I think that's still a thing. Yeah, there it is. Artichoke. Luck, thank you for the hydrate. Is my onion link removed? Eat a whole handful at once? What does that even mean? Don't worry, I have the link. We're moving on. That was a dark time, okay? That was like the last time I was sick. Who's sniper? Bro, how many rounds is in the sniper rifle? Like the last time the sniper's been used as much was when Priestess was on the screen. And all of these have been directed at me this time. Ah! Bluey! Bluey. Crazy. Thank you for the hydrate.
Larry.
He's very good. It is very good. As we deliver the payload. No, we're moving on from that. Mikey, you little brat. Little brat, you little brat. Little brat. All deployed to keep us from getting the League of Legends stream. Listen, I told you guys, if anyone redeems League of Legends, they're just getting banned and told to go outside. Because 1 million channel points is absurd. Though I did see Denia had to play League of Legends and then somehow enjoyed it, so I can't believe this. I can't believe you guys ruined her. What have you done? I don't know if Dust can provide any more context. I wasn't able to watch too much of it, but she posted later on that she was like, I kind of want to play more League of Legends. I was like, Denia, no. Denia, no, please. Denia's too pure. What did you guys do? What did you guys do to her? Unbelievable. As many points Cinder and Tofu have saved up. No, they collude. They're cheaters. Cinder and Tofu are frauds. They're little punks, okay? They rig the system. They're cheaters, okay? So I don't want to see either of their faces. Just kidding. I would like to see their faces because they're both cool. But they're cheaters and punks. They rig the system. Can you believe that? Can you believe that, Stormy? Anyway, I don't want the League of Legends stream to ever happen. You're right. So if someone did actually save up a, can I get a quick allow? You're shit. Someone did save up 1 million channel points. I would do it. That's why I said it that high. I was like, you know what? If you want it that bad, I'll humor you. I'll fold for 1 million channel points. There's nothing I won't do for 1 million channel points, baby. Nothing I won't do for 50 bucks either. And that's before taxes. Set a prediction real quick so we can rig it. No, no corrupt predictions. That's crazy. But if you slowly raise the price every year, Luck, that's funny. When it wasn't 1 million points, I was when people would redeem it, I'd raise the price a bunch. You're a genius. What? This kingdom is corrupt. What the hell goes on elsewhere that you guys are coming up with these ideas? I'm reporting. I'm reporting you. I'm gonna tell Maria about this. I'm gonna tell Maria. Blue's resourceful. Bluey is nothing if not resourceful. That is true. Mike could be the one chosen one to hold all our points. Just pump and dump all into Micah, and then Micah can redeem it and then reject it. You don't understand the powers that mods have. Mods can redeem something and then just refund it to themselves. It's crazy. It's nuts. It's absurd. That's what Cinder admitted to doing. We caught them. We can? I've done this before, so Prowler streams, so if you really want me to set one up. That's crazy! Ugh! Oh my god, bro. I don't even know how many channel points you have, Micah. You probably have a ton. You might be the only one that has more than, like, Dust. The smile's crazy. Oh my god. That's the most threatening smile I think you've ever sent. You've sent some threatening smiles. I think that is the most threatening one that you've ever sent. I think that one, it makes me feel the most uneasy. Insane. Anyway. I'm just seeing Blue. You said eat a bean boozle and I'll forgive you for the 6-7. I don't have any more bean boozles, but next subathon I will get them again. I think that is a good subathon reward. The one person who bidding against Micah to win. I think the mod who sets up the prediction can't finish it or can't bet on it or something like that. There's some control in there, but I don't know. Whatever. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. This is clearly a losing battle. Whatever I say isn't gonna actually make a difference in the end, so let's carry on, I suppose. Perfecta Secunda, an unusual concentration of biosignatures has been detected. They've tripled in number in a short time. It seems the Seaborn have fully converted the tower into their nest and are now steadily producing more of themselves. We cannot allow them to spread to the other city units. The nearby civilians have already started evacuating by themselves. Take a squad to guide them to the emergency shelters. Remember to clear the roads of all support machines. If the Seaborn contaminate them, they could be used as weapons against us. The rest of you, get information and deploy barriers. With the Seaborn within the perimeter of the beacon tower. Yes, ma'am. I was sure the Class 4 weapons had already been activated. Don't tell me. I'm listening. Lock down all Class 4 weapons immediately. I want a thorough inspection of the entire system as soon as possible. All troops who have fallen back regroup at the port immediately. From now on, all combatants are to remain on standby on the channel. This isn't quite what you described. I'm guessing this isn't part of the plan. Look at me. I'm the Class 4 weapon and I'm lazy. Oh my god. Will I breathe 1 point on no? A million points on yes? What? You don't want the Seaborn to have little handies? You're right. They'd be too powerful. Can you make the one person bidding against Micah to win? Yeah, no, they have some systems in place. You just put Benny in a jar. What do you mean by that? I do have an acrylic stand Benny Bloom that I put in a Grimace Shake once. That was pretty good. I missed the Grimace Shake. When's Grimace's birthday? When are we bringing back the Grimace Shake? Bring back the Grimace Shake 2026. Streamer has infinite points for testing. Yeah, exactly. Is the shake good? Actually, it was pretty good. It was like this berry flavor. JP side Arknights finally getting official ASMR for one operator. Isn't it for La Pluma? I saw art of La Pluma sitting in front of a 3DO microphone. So I'm assuming it's La Pluma. And the fact that you're bringing this up makes me think it definitely is. Stormy's moment arrived. What does official ASMR even mean? Like what does that even entail? Let me pay 100 delivery for the art book. If you can get other people to do it, that's the best way to do it. I want La Pluma to assault me on the metro and take my decoy cell phone. Yo, I want La Pluma to beat me up too. La Pluma's cool. It's kind of awkward though. I feel like that's gonna be the most like unsettling ASMR. But she has a good voice for it. What does the ASMR stand for? You know, if you asked me this a while ago, I would have known, but I forget. I cannot think of it off the top of my head. Yeah, international shipping's nuts, party guy. It's crazy. It's generally, that's why I said it's generally better to order with like a bunch of people and then like ship once things are in the US. So you split that large shipping fee multiple ways. It's perfect for it. Yeah, exactly. I'm guessing this isn't part of the plan. Look at this real-time nautical chart. Just an hour ago, seaborne biosignatures were generally stable. But now every nest on the continental shelf is getting closer and closer to each other. No, it's not that nests are moving. They're expanding endlessly. Like countless drops of ink spreading across a sheet of paper. The entire stretch of sea is turning into a nest. Holy crap. The scattered nests are linking together as one, with Malarium in the middle. Did Aya really bring weapons to disperse them, Madam Consul? Or a massive catalyst? Are you annihilating them or feeding them? If Blandis tampered with the link between the beacons and the weapons, it must have been him who altered their effect as well. And as a result, Ayer's hopes of landfall have been exploited. The city's now a foothold for seaborne expansion. As the Waterway Program's chief designer of warfare, I will take full responsibility for this, but we haven't lost the battle quite yet. Look outside, not a hint of disturbance on the streets. Malarium has not yet sunk into panic. We've struggled against the seaborne for more than 200 years. We've experienced countless incidents like this. It's far too early to declare Malarium lost to the enemy. Dr. Count Doctor, you must leave the city at once. I'll escort you to the port. I had assumed a consul would need to remain at her post. As things stand, the port is the heart of the city, a key military installation we cannot afford to lose. The seaborne have already invaded my city. You think I'll wait for our uninvited guests to knock on the Pensivarium's door? Yeah, the air's getting more humid the further we go. I can barely breathe. Watch your step. Use your device to float over. Don't step on that. Another sea brand. Indeed, yet another means for the seaborne to extend their reach. They've already spread from the top of the tower to here, much faster than you'd see on land. Damn, these things are crazy. Insane. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Thank you. The tingle you feel in the back of your head when you get whispered at. Yes, exactly. When cute anime girl breathes into your ears. You go, let me get ahead of the inhaler. We drop a nuke on the seaborne and see how fast they adapt? I think we should at this point. No other option. Adapted to black holes. Nukes are probably old news. Oh, shoot, you're right. The seaborne are nesting in the city of our very heads. You said there was someone directing them. Why? How? This is the work of that dead man, Blandis. Spent the last 5 years on this. According to his farcical plans, the signals emitted by this tower would, along with the weapons we brought, become a bridge connecting humanity and the seaborne. He has indeed built a bridge of sorts. The seaborne have not reciprocated his ambitious goodwill. Our connection has only served to alert the beasts to Malarium's position, giving them an understanding of our defense mechanisms. The legions have taken great pains to divide the stretch of sea into manageable regions. With the nest now converging on the signal, they are whole at once more. Class 4 weapons that should have destroyed the nest and repelled the Seaborn have done the exact opposite. Seaborn tissues grow along their firing paths. What should have withered was instead nourished. Even until death, he never realized his own arrogance. Ayer moments, am I right, fellas?
Senor Pianist, I don't quite understand what you're saying, but right now...
The Seaborn already consider this tower a new nest. It will steadily spawn and attract more from other nests to gather here.
Can we reverse the change?
It's too late. We have only one option. Eject the city unit the beacon tower stands on.
Eject? But underwater cities aren't built in blocks. How would you...
There is still much you do not understand about air. Unlike the nomadic cities of the land pieced together from cumbersome plates, air technology focuses on the biological, especially when it comes to city construction. Biting off a poisoned limb is an instinctual reaction in a sea beast. Nothing is difficult. You must keep the remainder of the city, for it still has use. Otherwise, the Seaborn in the area will eventually unite into one. No one would ever be able to stop them then.
They'll come ashore without a hint of resistance. They'll land in Iberia. What do we have to do exactly?
Massive yet precise framework supports each city unit of Malarium. The operation system controlling the linkage of the tower's units should be this control center. Once activated, they'll send the entire tower into the depths. Damn.
Actually, what they're doing here and they've previously done the key is they were trying to simultaneously drop a nuke in Spirit of Destructive Power weaponry more advanced on all nests at once while having separated each nest beforehand so it cannot communicate with the others. Goes to destroy all nests at once and then rush through the space provided with Air's main force to wipe out the rest before they inevitably revolve. It was the last hurrah, but it didn't work because of blandness. How fast it means after the planet exploding. Eventually, maybe.
Is this it? I can operate it, but there's no response. It doesn't seem like there's any issue with the system, so it must be the linkage itself.
The Institute of Facility Management is specialists dedicated to the maintenance of the framework. It is less likely to malfunction than a hunter's weapon is to rust. And yet, here we are, precisely at a time like this.
Debatable whether it even worked in the first place. That's fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough.
Reading error occurred too. Oop. Reading error occurred too. Run fault diagnostics.
Do you need my help, Mr. Avitus?
Crap.
Oh no, I was merely observing this abandoned little handy. Could he know something about this? I might know who to look for.
Contact the air soldiers outside. They'll help you exit this place.
Are you gonna stay here alone?
You still have doubts about me, young one. Good. But someone needs to stay in this control center. Once the tower completes its conversion, Malarium will be unable to eject it, even if we manage to repair the linkage. The sea beast cannot spit out its heart, and the heart is no longer its own. It must remain to confirm that the framework has resumed operation, then eject the tower myself.
But if you do that, you'll sink along with it into the hordes of Seaborn.
You needn't worry about that. Or do you mean to say you'd be more suited for that duty?
You know, I don't know if Jordy has what it takes there, but you never know. You try it.
You don't have much time, young one. Call them young ones crazy. Great plan and thought shame the amount of things that could go wrong. Certainly seal the deal. Yes, conceptually, if his plan had worked, it would have worked a different way in forming a symbiotic relationship between the Seaborn and the air. But that, oh right, that's what we were talking about near the end of last stream, right? You've already. Isn't this the frequency of the beacon tower? Secunda, Sea Patrol. Who's inside the tower? And what about Blandis? He's dead. Such a charmer. Two of us were in contact, but I never noticed anything unusual. I should submit myself to the Consul for discipline once this is settled. Valeria must abandon the tower. I must see it sink into the abyss with my own eyes. And after that, will you return to Air? Can you return to Air? I told you not to ask pointless questions, Secunda. You should not allow the past to render you indecisive. You're overthinking things. Landis told me what happened back then. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter which of you rejected my application. Though I'm willing to admit that, I regret not becoming a hunter and fighting alongside you all deeply. I'll admit that I felt anger and resentment for a long time, even envied Scotty. But eventually I became accustomed to patrol work, for your sake, for the sake of the project keeping our home, our civilization safe. Staying outside of a specific project will allow you to see more sacrifices, more betrayals, more untrustworthy people, more things deviating from their paths. Like you, right now. You thought through what you should bear. If you truly did betray Air, if you really are associated with that scum, and you're in that tower now, planned your escape, I'd bear the guilt of allowing a fallen Air to flee. If you're still a hunter, then you'll be fighting alone, or if it's already impossible to wipe your slate clean after infiltrating the city, breaking into the tower, not to mention the outcome of the tribunal. Air may not remember your sacrifice, just like how Talia will inevitably be forgotten. But I agree, ejecting the tower is the most effective way to help Malarium respond to this disaster. I approve of your choice. I'll afford you some limited amount of trust. Very well. You have 5 minutes. After that, I'll come rescue that land dweller in that tower. Jordy? And what about Blandis? He's fish food. Darn, 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 darn. The Seinfeld bass would be a really good sound alert to get, actually. Someone should write that down. I've never watched Seinfeld because I feel like it was before my time, but I can definitely appreciate the stupidness and the iconicness of it. Much like the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme, which I think was also by Larry David wrote Seinfeld, I'm pretty sure. Put it next to the Irene 3. Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you. Man, I'm slacking. I'm behind on timestamps for VODs too, so I gotta do better. I gotta do better. But I'll use the excuse that I was sick. So that counts, right? I could still use that excuse. I could still use that excuse for a while, I think, right? The entire city is following the Emergency Transportation Coordination Plan. We'll enter the axial channel via the Sofon Theatrum and leave for the port. I will remain there to direct operations while the Sea Patrol takes command of this ship and sees you to dry land. I was sick in Yale, probably. Hey! You can't just apply that wherever you can't just say that willy-nilly. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. Chat, cook this fraud. Mods? Watch me. Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Why are you eating ice cream? Because I'm sick. But you're always eating ice cream. Hey! Hey! I'm not always that forgetful. I'm an old man. I don't care. Bro's washed. Unk is washed. Nah, don't worry. Unk still got it. Unk still got it. That is one of my favorite videos. Unk still got it. The drone matrix will also head to the lighthouse and assist Iberia in mounting a defense. Should the city not organize an evacuation of its citizens as well? Malarium is a military fortress that is able to accommodate its citizens during battle. All civilians have already been escorted to shelter by the Sea Patrol. Those neural cables by your hands. Should they be twitching like that? No. With communications down, my connection to the ship's operating system has also been cut off. I'm losing control. Losing control now. Little Handy, run diagnostics on the entire ship. The system's breach is more serious than I expected. We might not have enough time to land. Sorry. At least the city's artificial gravity is still functional. The devices you have will help you move freely through the air. Now follow me. No need to be scared. All you have to do is walk out the door.
What? We're entering like a zero gravity space?
Comms are still down. Looks like someone managed to cut off the entire Sophon Theatrum from the outside. Monster. Monster, sick 'em. Vigilant screech. Monster spreads its ebon talons as a wave of heat washes over you. At nearly the same time, the console draws her ceremonial sword and steps to the side to cover you and counts it. Hey, yo? Hey, yo? You take a good look at the enemy before you. What is this creature? The creature. Toilet is clogged. Yeah, that was a disgusting sound. What is this creature? This thing looks like a lollipop. Oh, this music is good. Oh. It's very unsettling. An unusually shaped seaborn bars your way. It seems to lack hostility. Before a monster's roar startled it, it simply stood there quietly, its featureless face illuminated by the coral-shaped terminal in the middle of the Sophon Theatrum. The granular organelles surrounding its body spread out like arms, stroking the branches of the terminal and fusing with the flowing characters and symbols on it. Was it observing? Sensing? Can it even comprehend human perception and reasoning? It turns towards you. A Seaborn. Is it the one that breached the terminal? This is unprecedented and not a good sign. Garbled Aerian. This is the reason I wrote the essay. There's a lot to unpack. What, the fact that it was like assimilating with the terminal? And speaking Aerian? There is no justice here, only the path ahead. Entire time this fucker's on the screen, I have to log in. Ooh. A Seaborn trespassing in an Aerian city, reciting an ancient proverb in a sanctum designed by sages past. This might be the most ironic scene I've witnessed since I joined this war, uncouth even for a provocation. Its use of language and its manner of speaking are all unlike the usual outcome of the Seaborn's forced learning. So it's not like the Seaborn from Undertides then. I fear this Seaborn was once human, Madam Consul. Language, never have I forgotten it. Never has it abandoned me. What about your thoughts? Do you actually comprehend yourself
Can you clumsily mimic the sayings of the wise? Comprehend? No. I did not understand their true meaning, even as I left them for their posterity.
Do we think we know who this human was, or who this Seaborn was as a human? Was it like Cassia, or Avitus? Maybe. Because I don't think it would be Blandis, because Blandis is dead on the floor. Trying to think of who else would be involved. I don't think no, it wouldn't be Tippia or whatever her name is, because she got put down by Secunda, so unless it's someone else entirely. Reed, get out of here.
Now I have a new understanding. Left for posterity, Martis.
Oh, Martis.
You're Martis? A key member of the 4th observation team of the Manto Ruins, scholar of anthropology and prehistoric civilization, went missing more than 2 centuries ago. That Martis.
The one who was doing the recordings.
In my most distant memories, I was once known by that name. But now, you need only be cognizant of my appearance. You see before you a Seaborn. Call me as such. Seaborn.
The Seaborn floats towards you.
Through its transparent skull, you see strangely colored orbs gather and disperse, steadily changing their formation. Here, allow me to converse with the one behind you. Lub, tell your little friend to stow its fangs. Its flames cannot burn my blood. Amaten.
Who are you? Why did you call Kaltzit that? You know who Kaltzit is? Stay vigilant, Dr. Benny Bloom. I'll speak with it.
Kaltzit. Kaltzit. I see now. If you are accustomed to that name, I can call you by that.
Can't stop getting dead names, literally. What the hell? Yeah, I remember Martis was mentioned before. What was the theory or something some words that we said related to Amaten in recent stories? Did we say it was like either really old people will call we've had multiple conversations. We've had it about people that call her Dame Kaltzit, but then people that call her Amaten are specifically from like the old world. People that call her Dame Kaltzit are typically like older people, right? Is typically what it was. It's like Amaten is like hella old, like dummy old. Dame Kaltz is like really old, and Kaltz is like new age. An LGBTQ ally, perhaps? Perhaps. Probably not. Not if he's dead naming her, though. But accepting the new name, that is progressive. So, time will tell, Nozume.
I have waited for you, Kaltzit, the two of you, for a very long time.
People that call her Amaten are people that know or have been exposed to the precursors. People that call her Dame are usually sarcastic / very old. Yeah. Yep. Yes. That's crazy though, because she had said that she's been trying to get down to air for a while too. BP7 after. Oh, I just started typing air. BP7 air. BP7 after. Keep it going. From history.
Long have you walked the land, Kaltzit. The changes in the sky would not have escaped your attention.
Obviously. But you know the changes in the sky from all the way down here? The Seaborn raises its head slightly, gazing up with its non-existent eyes. Perhaps a habit from the time it still had them. But the dome beyond the infinite water, something in the distance seems to have caught its attention. Tell me, how long will it take for the hole to close again? Ooh. Also, this track is called Solitary Voyage, and its description is, I traded my depravity for the answer. That's tough. That's tough. That's really good. I don't have audio on, but this little son of a bitch. Hi, Martis. Hi, Martis. Hi, Martis. Hi, Martis. That's what you say. You say hi, Martis, Micah. You say hi, Martis. You little shit. I have my phone right in front of me. You think I don't see? You think I don't see these notifications? You think I don't see these notifications? You think I don't get these notifications? Hi, Martis. Crazy. Enjoy. We'll keep going. I see. Ayer was right. The Seaborn had a clear reason for leaving the ocean and invading the land. You came because you noticed the change in the barrier. I have seen through the eyes of we many who have ventured on land. There is a ripple in the sky. The immutable veil has been torn open. Your survival instincts have driven you to monitor every change in the environment and the dangers they signify. Dangers, yes. You are indeed sharp, Calcit. Your program runs smoothly. That's dehumanizing. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Our communication will be effective. I agree, Calcid. What the heck? What the helly? The calamity that hangs above Terra, the eye that gazes upon us. Does it seem the abnormality of the sky, or has it already? You understand Terra, Calcit, and the crisis it faces. You can, you must, help we many understand, help we many evolve. Am I hearing this correctly, Calcit? Rhodes Island came to eliminate you. Am I hearing this correctly, Calcit? Do my ears deceive me? Thanks for the hydrate. Observer mentioned in my whimsical little Atlantis story. Crazy. The first time we get exposed to air, we get thrown back into the past. We get dead named ourselves. I sincerely hope this is the Seaborn's wishful thinking rather than some kind of consensus you have, Dr. Calcit. Let it finish, Madam Consul. Let it finish. The last chance is fleeting. The oceans of Terra are too small. Knowledge, nourishment, space. We many must grow. We many require help. You're not just trying to go on land, you want to go into space? Growing wings is not difficult but insufficient. Going beyond the skies requires a revolution in the species' fundamental nature. You have the knowledge, Calcit. You help we many understand, and we overcome calamity. Whatever their origin, the Seaborn are non-sapient creatures driven by instinct, ones that the church fanatics have placed their unreasonable expectations on. But you know far more than either of those two groups possibly could. How? We are the same, Calcit. You and we many have the same duty. As in, like, to keep their respective civilizations going? Perhaps I should reframe the question. How did the Seaborn evolve into what they are today? What do you have to do with Karula Arbor going out of control? Is the answer important to you? I can speak of my own history if it helps you understand my intention. We've waited 2 centuries for these answers. What really happened in that failed expedition? What turned you into what you are now? Failed. No.
It was a success beyond our wildest dreams. We penetrated the deepest layer of the mantle ruins for the first time.
Technically, that's the description for the whole Path of Life soundtrack, but you can see how it applies to Martis as well as others. Fair enough.
The predecessors carved open the rock and built massive maze-like complexes reaching into the lower mantle. We'd never gone further than them, even after thousands of years of excavating. The mantle ruins, the genesis of Ayer civilization. We thought we'd find more relics, more secrets, more answers there. But all we had hoped for did not exist. All that was buried in those depths was a spark of hope.
We had said that the stuff in the mantle ruins were connections to the old world, right? And I think we had said that it was something, or my theory was that it like kind of gave them the, like, their objective or like their reasons to push forward. Maybe I was a little off base. Maybe it only gave, maybe it gave the Seaborn what they were going for, not the Air.
Go on. I was separated from my team along the way. I was the only one to make it to the end of the path. There I saw. Giant, some massive thing sleeping in the shadow of the cerulean tree.
Let it cook. What's it on about, Stormy? That was a creepy sound effect.
I did not see his entirety. A small part of his limb was enough to fill my entire vision. That limb was touching the transparent wall of a sealed chamber. Perhaps he was waiting for contact, or perhaps, before I realized it, I was standing before him and reaching out. The wall of the chamber was cold, but I could feel his warmth. Then visions surged towards me from every direction, inundating.
Faran much shared its vision with you. What did you see?
Fallen cities under an oppressively hanging dome, the land of flame, the stargate extinguished, star ring broken, the road network shattered.
Everything here, everything that's happening right now, the prophecy, freaking Faran mutts. Stargate, Star Ring. Those were mentioned somewhere else. The destruction of prehistoric civilization.
Yes, Ayer never discovered the reason for its destruction, but I saw a vision of it before my eyes.
So I was kind of close. I was kind of right. Not only did I mean, like, it gave him everything about the old world. Point you at the VOD the last time you streamed Path of Life. What, the last time, was that the last time Stargate and Star Ring were mentioned? Do you have a timestamp? You're too good. I'm crazy, Luck.
It was not the end. Visions continued to flow, visions far beyond my limited comprehension. Eternally dispersing particles in oceans of sand that never ripple. Cold, lightless plains and darkness without end. Burnt out stars and ever-expanding black holes. Nothing there was familiar. I lost my senses, all of them. Even the Faranmut that had shared vision with me did not sense his own existence. It was an entirely alien place without life, meaning, or information.
The Seaborn's word stops. Through its transparent skull, you can see the strangely colored nuclei gather, then disperse. Always so creepy and weird looking. It seems to be thinking, and the nuclei represent the process of its thoughts.
But you, Calcid, understand the meaning of those images.
The crisis destroyed everything. It cannot be visualized. There's no word in our language to describe it. something bigger than like a catastrophe or a calamity. It was the end of prehistoric civilization and the calamity that Terra must face. It is the end of all things. So, is this saying that it's like... I feel like there was some mention of like a cycle at some point. Was it in Babel that we were talking like some like the cycle of Originium? Is that what this is saying too? Is this saying that like the heat, death, destruction of the universe is whatever happened before is gonna happen again? Exactly, because they said similar stuff before, and I know that's kind of like what we've been like trying to. That's been like our end game. Is a bit bigger than your average catastrophe. Yeah, you're right. Horrifying images left me as I pulled my hand back, replaced by another image, one that was broken, blurred, chaotic. I'm glad I didn't give this creature a silly, annoying voice. He and his children shall devour all that is living, and consume the moons and the stars. All that is living and dead shall nourish him, and he shall murmur at the end of time. Froze the yapper, literally. Is it a cycle, or is it the observer simply continuing? Is it the cycle or the parallel between civilizations? I see. I don't know. I part of me wants to say it's a cycle, because I think that would be a really interesting not to use the same word that you just used, but I think having cycles would be a really interesting system to be in place, right? And would kind of put a little bit of emphasis on what we need to do, and a little bit more what word am I trying to say? Like, we got a little more oomph, you know? Remember chapter 15? But what about it? What about it specifically? It was traumatizing. Did I get Bluey's hydrate? I'm gonna say. You know I can't say. Well, listen. We might have to. Shoot it over. Shoot it over. Oh, I got a Discord DM from some random person. Are you up for a small chat? No, I am not. Random Discord bot. Sorry. Thanks, but no thanks. Wish you could write fast enough to discuss with you here. I'm going to trust you with Martis for now. And then, they want to say you are? Probably. Man them? I just ignored their message. Said no thanks. It curved. It swerved, baby. Talking to myself right. I thought you were saying the DM was vodka. No, I was preparing for it, but it was coincidentally had also just popped up, which was funny. Yeah, what are we thinking here, Vodka? What do we want to circle back with? What are we thinking? This creature here. Yeah, okay. We fitted the observers we saw, or at least we assumed the observers, a beam of light passing over the planet. Everything is left dead in the quiet of space. Oh, the ray of light illuminates the field of stars, bringing it with the darkness and despair beyond doubt. When sensors
Tens of thousands of light years away, receive the image of the star field from the distant past. The planets of these stars shed their light upon are already filled with graveyards and ruins. It has come. That's right. The stuff with the presence. The presence is such an interesting character. Yeah. Plus XP relics the very last combat node. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's interesting. Yeah. So with that said, what were we thinking during that time in chapter 15 vodka? Were we thinking that was another planet, or were we thinking that was the past? I don't remember where my head was at when we were reading through chapter 15. What was I saying, that it was the future or the past? I think that was the cloudy stream. Oh, that collab one. That one was quite blurry, Mr. Girl. Well, they showed that, they cut back to that scene a couple times, so at the very least, there's that. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what I assumed that was, but that. Okay, sorry, I was tapped out. Singularity showed as Civilized Eterna kicks us and Amiya out for their own safety. It basically happened off screen with no character witnessing it except maybe Civilized Eterna. Might have to skim through that afterwards, honestly. I think might have to do some off-stream mining, honestly. Afterwards. I think maybe we'll see what we can draw back here, but ultimately kind of keep this in a vacuum. No opinion to just pass by. I thought I had some thought of like the world destruction. I was like, are they destroying? Maybe I thought they were just destroying other worlds, and that's what they were showing. The little girl, the little goddess girl. I forget her name too. I'm so bad. I'm terrible. But then they showed up in the Masses Travels too. Yeah. Put a quick like flag. We're gonna need to circle back to yeah. We're gonna need to circle back to the end of Masses Travels, I think. Circle back to the end of Masses Travels with the stuff with the preserver, or not the preserver, the presence. And Hirda. Someone put a flag bearer vanguard flag in the sand. When do you want that reminder? After we're done with this story, and it'll probably be more of like an off stream thing for me to look back at and see if I have any thoughts, to be honest. Sweet. All right. Survive. Luck, enjoy your lurk. Thank you. You didn't finish watching the Master Travels VOD. You got to catch up. Over and over. Survive. Chaotic murmur. As the friend went asleep. He was trapped within a dream. The dream stagnated. Evolution stagnated. Duty stagnated. He was trapped in the Cerulean cave. Therefore, I must awaken him. The Cerulean cave. Ooh. Boy. This guy again. Cassia. Magister Avitus, did you and your comrades go into hiding in order to destroy the city from within, waiting for when the Sea Patrol Guard was at its weakest? You should be evacuating, Magister. The Sea Patrol has noticed Cassia. They're investigating you. You're showing this much concern for me because that tiny embryo I left in the incubator reminded you of the past, am I right? I'm just curious, do you regret your decision? Now is not the time for this. The Seaborn have invaded Malarium. Stop what you are doing, or the city will be lost. Isn't it a little late for that? Why did you choose to betray Aer? I told you, the Seaborn have revealed the weakness of Aer's very foundation. Before people can regain the will to live, The collapse of their values will have crushed them already. Once you were a great scholar, but what are you going to do? What are you doing in the city now? You found out about me a long time ago, didn't you? You had many chances to stop things from getting to this point. You could have reported me to the Sea Patrol at any time. But you did nothing. You sat and waited, watching everything happen like a blind fin spinning in a whirlpool. Did you come to Malarium just to witness the destruction and validate your own despair? I'm not. I can still stop you. As long as life remains tied to any value system, it is doomed to eventually collapse. Life itself should be reason enough to live.
That's an interesting bar.
We must rekindle our most basic survival instincts and force the people to reassess the values they once held in such a high regard. Only by doing so can they be saved from despair, from becoming like you. Like me.
Watch out.
Jordy! Cries and buzzes excitedly.
Cassia got away.
The linkage here was sabotage. No wonder it didn't work from the control room. Leave this to me, ma'am. The Seaborn are approaching. My mentor at the Inquisition taught me some arts, although my talents are nothing to write home about. That woman worked at the Institute of Facility Management. She know how to sabotage the city unit framework.
I appreciate your courage, Jordy. I'll call in people to get this area under control. As for Cassia, she's mine.
Wait, where is Irene? Where's Irene? Irene hasn't showed up at all. Where is Irene?
Rapidly flaps fins.
Whoa! Already? Oh, are you gonna keep lying there, Mr. Avitus?
The student had vanished. Avitus gazes upon the young man who suddenly appeared before him. The fear in Jordy's eyes is obvious, but he lights his lantern with a trembling hand.
Damn, why does he get all these sick CGs? Dude. He gets so many good CGs. It's crazy. This one's tough. Look at him.
More CGs than Opianus at his own event? Literally, this isn't even the Opianus event. Jordy 2.0. Put a Benny face on that. I don't know. I can't steal Jordy's thunder like that. Jordy deserves this moment. Jordy's got some stones now. Opianus is the Ascalon and Babel of this event. Stop. Oh my god, you're right. Especially if he ends up getting freaking goes down. My precious boy. He's doing good. He's doing good. Good job, Jordy.
Jordy. I heard your conversation. You're not an evil man, but I'm disappointed in you. Very disappointed.
His manner of speech is so fucking stupid.
I'm so disappointed in you. So very disappointed. Did you come here with the city because you believed it wouldn't make it back? What are you hoping for? Death? You should have returned to the land sooner, Jordy. Look around us. The Seaborn will soon overcome the barrier between the city units. It will all come to an end, just like... You never answer my questions properly. I may end up leaving Air and leaving behind all my hopes and longings, but it won't be because it's about to be destroyed. I've read The Death of Life, you know, but it didn't answer any of my questions. Let's say all your predictions come true, and that at some point in the future we'll have no choice but to watch our homes come to the end it depicts, just like that man in the book. But does the destruction of a civilization really weigh more than that of a city, or family, or person here and now? I don't understand. I just don't. I wasn't sure if I should say this, but you said your familiar gave up on the idea of raising a child and died in disappointment, but she was disappointed in the future of Aer. And you. Oh, damn! Shot to the heart, and you're to blame.
You give love a bad name. That's crazy. Oh my god. Absolutely destroyed his ass. Good. Good. Get him. Writing is fire. Cook his ass. Cook his ass is right, Stormy. Oh man. The young heir musters all his strength. The lantern shakes violently and the flickering light repels the Seaborn. He is an Inquisitor! He gasps for air. Sweat rolls down his cheeks. Avitus can see his arm tremble, but if anything, it is himself who cuts a sorrier figure. What cheeks do you think he's talking about that are sweaty? Bro, can you stop fucking doom posting? Explode his ass. Hit him with the...
Pinar explosion chamber.
Got him. Yo, sweaty cheeks, sweaty cheeks. Look out.
Pinar explosion chamber.
Got him. You smeared your bodies on the outer wall, infiltrating through the trail of weapon fire before reshaping. What a convenient form of life, Seaborn. Joyfully convulses its gelatinous body. Look out, Pinar explosion chamber. Excitedly sways fine tentacles. Yo, damn, those tentacles are kind of fine, baby. Oh, it can talk? You here. Nest we seen from nest you leave incomprehension. Oh, pianist, can you wait here? Wait, us. Oh, pianist, oh, pianist. No, confusion. Pained convulsions. No need, pain, individual, death, eternal, the many's survival, eternal. Oh, pianist, I leave you, new individual, for you, help you, extend me. Gladia! Gladia. Oh, pianist. What a touching reunion! Gladia. Oh, pianist. There's no expression on Gladia's face. She holds her lance sideways, its point touching the floor, an almost imperceptible posture enough to mitigate the fatigue that continues to rush up from within her and to support her as she stands before her long-absent colleague. Your friend is now a pool of goo, but you still need to answer its question. Such rowdiness. This really isn't... This is really poor dance etiquette, you know? Ha. Freak to freak communication. How men greet each other. So true. Dance isn't art. It's all about elegance. Like, you can't make it work with strength of numbers. What? That didn't pierce it? This used to be a cluster of coral changed by the Seaborn, but now it's a wall. No one knows how thick it is. The warning from the city, the unusual movements of the Seaborn, the results of the abnormal surgery. We must get out of here and find out what's happening at Malarium. The entrance is gone? No, it's us. We're losing our sense of direction. Capsidization. Everything around us is hardening. The algal blanket, the unhatched eggs, even the waves. This entire nest will become a hardened shell for these creatures to store their nutrients. A shell without a certain crack. There's no way the three of us can... Even worse, the stagnating environment is exacerbating our exhaustion. Captain Gladia, Shark. Behind you. Hums gently. You. Well said. Nest become whole soon to see. You kin no harm. We many accept you. We many protect you. Here, much nutrient. Sleep. Only sleep. I too have a shell to store my nutrients. I call it fridge. Fridge. I too have fridge. It's like a clamshell actually. It opens and closes as needed. The worst she can say is no. You. Damn. The lethargy, which had heretofore been suppressed by the fighting, begins to spread through every limb and organ. The thick and hard shell solidifies the waves. All is stagnant. The hunters vaguely sense their consciousness sinking. As though there's no bottom, the hunters hear the song. Coming from right beside them. Coming from inside them. What the?
is Sharnla. The hardship we suffer is ever present. The life we thirst for is ever present. Over there, Scotty. What? The faint roar comes from above. The thundering roar comes from beside. The stagnant seawater flows again. A Rocinante? The infinite ocean could be bound by a cocoon. And from where comes the force that can break even the cocoon? Land, moon, scent of wheat, home far away. The force has become legend. It has shattered mountains, death, time, all that is tangible and intangible. He will not be bound. Oh, shit! The Rocinante! Let's go! Holy shit! You, many alike. From where? The last night, Toad! Slay the ocean, kill the ocean, get him! The waves, you built them, you hardened them. Are you turning this to land? Will not allow contradiction. Wilderness, mountains, rivers, wheat fields, land is just land. I seek, I reproach, I crush. The one who was with Ulpianus. Ooh, a pleasure to see you again, Sir Knight. You not kin. That sound effect was crazy. The furious roar. Who recorded that? Did you hear that? Insane. Voice acted the last night of the Big Four. Oh man. Crazy. Agitatedly twitches soft tentacles. Excitedly flaps creased fins. Hey, it's Irene! Irene! Whoever did it went all in on it. Good, as they should. They really earned their like however much for that one line. Out of the way. Get him, Irene. Hey, Jordy. Doña Irene. I've been looking for you. Sorry, Gomen. I received Consul Clementia's message. Dr. Calcis' group is headed to the port, but then we lost communications again. We must return to the Eye of Iberia immediately, inform Lord Carmen, and help the Inquisition and Penal Battalions form defense lines. No, we have to wait. Why? Most of the invading seaboard are still under control near the beacon tower. If that unit can be ejected, then Malarium is not yet lost. It can even organize a counterattack. But the cultists have sabotaged the linkage to prevent it from being jettisoned. Get him, Irene. The Sea Patrol's already cleaning up the seaborne in the area. We can't let these slip away either. I'll deal with them. As for whatever the linkages you're talking about, will your engineering skills help? Yes. Well, I can fix it. We got fucking Jordy the Builder over here. Jordy the Builder, can you fix it? Jordy the Builder, yes you can. Good job. It's your time, King, not the Fortnite building. Insane. Nuts. Good. You take lead on that. I'll protect you in Abatus. We can return to land as soon as we're done. We work together at the Eye of Iberia. Let's pray we do just as well this time. These seaborne from the depths are different from the ones I've dealt with on land. I don't know how long I can hold them off. We've said all that needs to be said, Mr. Abatus. Come and help if you still have the strength. All right. Hurry, Jordy. Hurry, Jordy Fontanarosa. What a goober. You warned us through the beacon, and the strange knight who appeared at the lighthouse broke through the shell just as we were about to fall asleep. Is he part of your plan too, Ulpianus? Madman who's forgotten himself as an enemy of the sea. everything abnormal that has become normal, and of himself. That was not an answer. No one can control someone like that. Just happen to travel together. Are you the only one to make it back? They're on their way, breaking through the nest shell and returning through the tides of Seaborn. Your speed was remarkable, but you're too late. Home Pianist perfected the art of the non-answer, literally. Just completely around the question. You've seen what's happening to Malarium. The many have exploited air, and Malarium will be stepping stone for their invasion of the land. And what precisely is happening here? The first thing I heard when I arrived at the port is that the Abyssal Hunter Ulpianus had entered the control room of the beacon tower and killed the weapon technology advisor of the waterway program. And indeed, Blandis's body is right behind you. It's like, oh, yeah, shit. You're quiet. I assumed you'd feel more anguish over him. I take it you figured him out then, judging by your reaction. I doubt we have time to discuss the fallen traitor, even if he was once our closest comrade. Tough. That young man really didn't. The linkage has been repaired. Nice job, Jordy. You're trying to eject the beacon tower from Malarium. A wise plan. It seems there's still hope for you. This place will sink into the ocean floor in a few minutes. You smell it. Stench of frenzy. The Seaborn above noticed the changes to the tower, seizing the last opportunity to break the blockade and reach the other parts of Malarium. Leave Gladia now. He's going down with the ship. Come back to air, Ulpianus. This is your last chance. I still have things to clear up. If I give up now, all my efforts will bend for naught. The dreams and ends of the prehistoric civilization where the Seaborn came from, where they will go. The calamity before our eyes. The destruction beyond the skies. Being aware of them is not enough to turn the tides. Must learn more. Holy Anduin answer. If the Seaborn have memories, I must know every last detail of them. I'm not disputing that. We're back in the ocean, back in air. We'll have many chances to approach the truth. That is your way. I don't disapprove. We need more approaches, more angles, in order to maximize our odds of victory. As you've said, I'm on another path now. The path of life? Will you still try to stop me? Unless my eyes deceived me, the Seaborn I just killed had evolved specifically for you. That doesn't just mean they are trying to accept you. It means that you also. Correct. Is it his time? Because his receptor isn't going to go off? Then you know well what being inside a rapidly hatching nest would mean for you in your present state. Bro! Answer me, Ayer. How much of your mind is still your own? Is there even enough left for you to choose death? It's the only way for me to earn the trust of these scum. You're an outstanding hunter and a learned scientist. Are you really so arrogant to believe you can control your transformation through willpower alone? Accidents like the one during the auto-adaptive junction surgery will not happen every time. I can't simply watch you walk down the path of destruction. You're at your limit. Both experts in violence. You'll die if we fought here and now. Is that so? Stop fighting! Mom and Dad are fighting. The lance draws a cold arc through the air. Ulpianus lets loose the change, and his massive anchor flies at Gladia, forcing her to leap up. The sound of the building sinking drowns out the clash of metal. Seawater and Seaborn rush into the control room. In the last moments, Gladia watches her erstwhile colleague stand before the darkened holographic sea chart, calmly waiting for the colorful waves to swallow him. Bruh. He's running out of time. He's running out of time. You guys know that
You guys know that meme of like the bunny or the rabbit holding up the little the pocket watch? That's OP Anus right now. Time's up. Let's see if that's an emote on 7TV. That'd be a good one. Yeah, time. Why am I not signed into 7TV right now? What the heck? You know what I'm talking about, party guy? Here, this one. Did it work? Did it work? There it is. Yeah, that one. The bunny. That's all pianist right now. Running out of time.
Home run!
Thank you. Your description raises many questions. The feasibility of modifying a Pharanmon into a biological ark by leveraging its habitat of fostering an independent ecosystem inside its body has already been verified on Talos. What? It's the line? Okay. All right. So I was good to stop here because what? When has this been verified? All right, sorry. Really quick, can I ask a stupid question? But is this this isn't something? This isn't something that I have seen, right? Like, right? Like this isn't something that I'm forgetting, right? Like this is a reveal. This isn't something that I'm forgetting. I need to ask it because I want to make sure. Okay, good. To unpack from what I've wrote before. The technology used by the project was mature, and their complex was deep in the mantle. Energy coming from the heart of the planet could support the facility's operation for almost an eternity. The project had more than sufficient power supply. Why then did the project deep beneath the ocean stagnate, as you put it, and go out of control, releasing innumerable seaborn? That's where they come from?
The existence of Pharanma was introverted by nature, yet he was to turn all things to nourishment for his survival. He was given meaning that did not belong to him, and a name that did not belong to him, Isharmla. The changes they were put to were bolder, wilder, more ambitious, and more despairing. Their nature had long since exceeded the biological arc you speak of. For unknown reasons, however, their subsequent actions did not follow the program. Meaning that the project did not proceed along the planned lines, but the new direction was also interrupted? Not entirely. They continue to foster new offspring within themselves. But the lives trapped within the Pharanmut were weak. They evolved too slowly. The new generation needed to be liberated. They needed to leave the Pharanmut's body, adapt to new environments, and obtain more nutrition. More nutrition be fed back to the Pharanmut so that his evolution may be accelerated. Under normal circumstances, the organisms nurtured within a Pharanmut are rarely able to venture beyond its body, yet the aggression the Seaborn have demonstrated outside The modifications these Pharynmats have undergone were indeed transformative. So it was you, Martis, who brought the Seaborn into the ocean and sowed the seeds of calamity. Seeds of calamity? No. The offspring were weak and air was strong. The seabed was governed by a self-regulating ecosystem. Offspring that devoured the algae fields would be discovered and destroyed before they could proliferate. But air should not have been an obstacle. Air should have provided aid. Fortunately, my influence in human society was still useful. The Institute of Development Planning had already announced the deaths of the members of the 4th Observation Team and the mantle ruins at the time. You came back from the dead just to corrupt your countrymen? I held no forums, no debates, only a few sincere conversations. I helped some discover the problem, and some discover the answer.
Hey V, what's going on? Welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. How you been, dude? What's new? Happy New Year. What you been up to? What's new? What you been doing?
Did I read that line? It was enough that they were willing to give the Seaborn an opportunity. We many will find a way out eventually. The ecological disasters, the fallen cities, the citizens lost. How many of those were you responsible for? Was it you who cajoled Blandis and the cultists behind him to infiltrate the waterway program and alter our weapon system? Nuclei within its skull spin. The so-called Church of the Deep is not a formal organization, at least not in the sea. It needs no guidance, no leader. Not an organization? You mean you manipulated the people's thoughts and behaviors, only using their faith and tenets? How did you implant the ethereal concept of God into them when such an absurd idea was completely absent in air? Civilization could never truly purge the idea of primal worship. It awaits at the end of science, ready to be awakened at a moment's notice.
The existence of a god being at the end of science is a little surprising, because I feel like science kind of contradicts the existence of a god personally, but okay. With your lap, I believe things will start to get better this year. I hope so too, dude. Definitely, if you got to take some time for yourself, do what you gotta. But I'm glad to catch up with you. And I hope that things trend up for you, dude. AK's character designs are too good, literally. All the colors and just designs and art styles are great. Need to talk about Clementia first so that we can get into this bullshit. Seeing the concept of God exists at the borders of science, always ready to be awakened to explain that which science can't. Oh, the borders. Okay. The borders makes more sense. If he said the borders, yeah. The end of science. No, I see it. I see what you mean. I misinterpreted that. But yeah, like that's a good point, because like most of AIR are quite, you know, educated, smarty pants people. So like they're not ones to necessarily be looking for any sort of deities. So it takes reframing to get it. I was like, huh, my first year. Okay, yeah, no, I appreciate that. Just their manner of speech, right? The AIR you call cultists do not know the truth. Each of them acts according to their own thoughts and ideals. Each faces their own questions and dilemmas. This is a really good like microcosm for for people that are religious, isn't it? Selfishness and altruism. Yes, it is. Laws and perfection, nature and civilization, logic and unreason, the differences in strength and the shackles of form, the imitations of ethics and the future of humanity, a manufactured truth and the beautiful cycle. Cycle? You deceived your followers. It was all a scam from the get-go. I knew it. That's why it was called a cult. The reframing is why I need to hash out Clementia. What's your like? Give me like an elevator pitch, Clementia, really quick. Because what are you hung up on about her?
The nuclei within its skull spin. So creepy. A scam. No. Primal worship originates from the survival instinct. Every thread of thought by every cultist ultimately leads to a single question: how to survive better. Faith? Tenets? No. Only a desire for survival. You struggle for survival too, do you not? When you preach survival in air, did you ever tell them whose survival you were talking about? You're already reading it as like a cult. It's the mindset, not the control group. Do you mean control group as in like from a research perspective, where without like any sort of modification, or control as in like manipulation kind of control? No high control group. Typing, I imagine. The I'm typing emoji is so funny. I never knew it existed until it had its use cases. High control group is how cults control their members by isolating them, because there is no mastermind. There is no guiding philosophy. That is, yeah, that is an interesting, I decided what to do and how they came to this conclusion. Yeah, it's kind of strange, huh? Interesting. To every this, the survival of life itself. Just as the survival of civilization inevitably involves the destruction of many more, the survival of life inevitably involves the end of many. Many species have gone extinct due to the activity of the offspring. While they gathered nutrition for the Faranma, I once recorded the number, only to forget it. For the moment Sharmla awakened, it had become a meaningless, insignificant number. Birth cries of the newborn, interwoven with the wailing of the dying, songs brought by silence. You knew the consequences of awakening the firstborn from the very beginning, a disaster for the entire ocean, for countless species, but you showed no remorse whatsoever. You even gave up on recording the number of sacrifices, just because you'd gone numb after taking so many lives. But numbness is no excuse for your crimes, Martis. The consul steps forward. The ceremonial sword is elegant, but the light reflecting off of it is chilling, cutting off the sightline of the Seaborn gazing towards you. Clemencia? Madam Consul. What makes more sense here? First name basis? First name basis, probably. We see in later generations, some criticize Martis as being overly fixated on material value, squandering his energy on comparing worth against worth Clementia, but ultimately, all that mattered to him was Ayer's path forward. Justice was really a value cherished by the masses. He preferred to apply his thought elsewhere. Yeah, actually the concept of the Sophon Theatrum is kind of interesting as it relates to the concept of value. This is for all the debates and the way that like everyone kind of has their own opportunity to ask questions, right? And Clemencia held that regard when the Abyssal Hunters were there. Justice is what makes an idea correct. What merits does an idea have? Which of us is right? Objective truth is a false ideal.
as it all relates to paths, I think that's very interesting because it comes up in so many instances, right? Hey V, what's going on? I'm on both. It'll help. I don't know, but I'm here anyway. What's going on, V? I appreciate you. Thank you for hopping over here Twitch side as well. Hey Ryu Blue, what's going on? How's it going? Welcome in. English only, but welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, V, like I said, I hope I hope things trend up for you, buddy. And let me know if you need anything or if there's anything anything we can do over here. We appreciate you. Let's go first name basis. Clementia. The Sophon Theatrum. You designed the building that inspired so many of our people, myself included. But you stand here now, calmly explaining how you pushed air into the abyss. I've seen images of you, a gentle, meditative observer who has the habit of constantly pushing his large glasses back up on his nose. Look at you now. Even the richest of thoughts can only be expressed by the simplistic movements of your cells. You still have your glasses on your neck. Is it to reminisce about old friends whom you have no right to reminisce, or to mock the dead whom you have no right to mock? If you are Martus the Heir, then I hereby pass judgment upon the fallen. If you are merely Seaborn, then we'll skip the formalities. The organelles surrounding the seaboard expand and parry Clementia's attack. The ceremonial sword cuts into the shadow of the coral-shaped terminal. Gurgle. Oh yeah, it does have glasses. You're right. This line is crazy. Gurgle. Gurgle. That might be my favorite one line in this entire game. Gurgle. What is right and what is ethical? What is objective? What is rational? Yeah, when it comes to the talk of ethics, right? Ethics is a very interesting thing. Debating ethics is a very interesting conversation, isn't it? Insert essay. Yeah, literally. Yeah, I'll look forward to seeing what you had mentioned on Clementia, because she does seem a little bit more on the conflicted side, right? I think I probably what do you I probably what was I just about to say? Oh my god, I just completely blanked. Oh, sorry. I initially like was kind of like skeptical of her and didn't really trust her, but yeah. How do you solve the trolley problem? There's no solving the trolley problem. You just stop the trolley, that's all. You pump the brakes. That's how you do it. Easy. I'd stop the trolley. There. Done. Mission accomplished. Are you content? Sprite always had them there. That is really interesting. I never really noticed or didn't didn't really clock it. Gurgle. Hulk it up, smash the trolley. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to do it, I think. Gurgle. Jarvis, stop the trolley. Inaction is as much a choice as your action. I know that's the crazy part, because what it's if you don't do anything, then more people die. But if you do something, then you put that one person out of then you kill that one person. But your action kills that one person. Is that what it is, or is it the other way around? It's been a while since I've seen it. I think it's don't do anything. Straight line, multiple people die. Put it on the other course. It kills that one person. But your action killed that one person. What do you mean my message failed to send? What'd you try to send? There's loads of variations. I think there's like the one stereotypical one though, right? Mission accomplished. Arknights victory music played. Let's go. We did it. Quick question. What of the what of the remaining story nodes is there? Is there S8 before after and then story 3? So True Blue. If you do nothing, 5 Swires die, but if you save them, 1 Delphine dies. Fuck! Stop! Did my heart just sank? Why would you put that into writing? Why would you say that? Evil Questions is right. Why would you say that? Defeat the person who gave you the trolley problem. Destroy the train of suffering. True. You're so easy. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? That's crazy. What do you mean? The world is dark. It is evil indeed. I think. What are the lengths on those vodka? Because I'm trying to decide if we should do like the before. So has the revival mechanic is crazy. Trying to decide if we should call it after this node or do like the before and then call it. What are the lengths again? If the next one's shorter than the others, then we'll do that. But otherwise, we might put a pin after this guy. If you do the before, it'll be a cliffhanger. That's okay. Does your choice change if we add 1 Afiala to the mix? Probably, because the others, they'd recognize that it'd be a worthy sacrifice. Swire is my first Arknights love, okay? Stop trolley probleming me. 4's the last 18 after 16. Okay, we'll probably call it after this one then. I think that's probably what we'll do. Stop trolley probleming me, you guys. God, my heart can't take it. At least let it be stick figures or something. Christ. You cut off my control at the terminal. Yeah, monster. Howls furiously. Emergency transmission. This is the 10th attempt. The Seaborn have taken over the beacon tower. We cannot stop the conversion, but someone has activated the ejection protocol for that unit. Good job, whoever you are. Biosignatures keep soaring in number. The nests are becoming 1. Incoming Seaborn tide. Scope is the entire continental shelf. Repeat. Incoming Seaborn tide. Scope is the entire continental shelf. Emergency transmission. This is the 11th attempt. I love all the sound effects from this event. Like between like the furious roar of the last night and like her drawing her sword and even her footsteps sound like really good. Like you can tell that she has like really nice elegant shoes. And it's like different than the normal steps, I think. I think it's a different step. They really upped their game. They really upped their game lately. But he blew. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut the fuck up. It is different though. That's what I told you. Shut the fuck up. Shut the Shut the Crazy. I can't believe this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Got him. GG's insane. This is Consul Clementia. Citizens of Malarium, heed me. Once the city unit containing the beacon tower has been fully ejected, the rest of the city shall break through the seaborne encirclement and move towards dry land. Reactivate the linkage mechanisms of the city's framework and perform a structural reorganization. Force fields at full power will stop the seaborne tide from setting a single tentacle on land. Legions 8 and 10, along with the Sea Patrol, send all operational warships out in turn to escort the city. Where's the bleep button go? Sometimes you gotta really let them talk. Sometimes I really gotta talk to them, you know? Air always been built different. Yeah.
May air and our forefathers be with you. You were looking for an opportunity this whole time. Consul of Air. You're tough. We too, once. Everyone, dot, 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 dot. Back up at the eye. Carmen? You hear us? Is it Air or the Seaborn who are trying to come up to open up a waterway? The readings are off the charts. The end of Seaborn tide is approaching us at the very moment. This is beyond the lighthouse's computational capacity. Susanidad? I hear you. Look in front of you. Those deep colors between the sea and sky are a tide of Seaborn. The wind grows quiet. There is no point in trying to estimate their numbers and scope now. Experience is better than data. I've seen the ocean like this before. Do you mean the profound silence? Leave the rest of the penal battalion and the Inquisitors. Report! Two divisions are ready for action. Aerian drone matrices are helping us fine-tune our defenses. Air. Sir, the ocean. Something's rising from it. Is that an Aerian city? Ayo. Deep color mentioned. Having sailed for thousands of miles, Malarium rises to the surface of the ocean after casting out its heart. Every inch of it is being reformed, supported by its framework. An invisible force field extends towards the bottom of the sea and the highest reaches of the sky, forming a structure like a great wall. Damn, bro. Love that you can see the hole where the beacon tower was. What, right here? This here? That's crazy. This is a big ass city. Holy crap. I love, I've said it, I'll say it every single time. I love when they do like geographical CGs, like geographical or topographical CGs. The other end of the long walkway. This one over here. I can see it. Either one. Yeah. That one looks more, yeah, that one makes more sense actually. This one just looked very just like abyss. Empty. But yeah, I love when they do like topographical or like map CGs. It's always so good. It's always so cool to like see the whole thing from like a 50,000 foot view, literally. So I just wish they did it more, or had like some sort of like compendium for like all the cities. Like I know that we can kind of get a little bit from the Annihilation overview map, but like man, just give me some other means of seeing the world and all its. Just let me nerd out a little bit, right? Just give me everything tonight, as Pitbull said. As Mr. 305 Dolly said, give me everything tonight. Even though I'm pretty sure that was Neo, but it was Pitbull's song, so. Well, it was an architect degree and he never gives us maps, bro. They're gonna sell us a map book one of these days. Hasn't watched the Calset ASMR Terra Lore viz? I don't think so, Stormy. I think Skeek was talking about those at one point, and I think we'll watch them at some point as like a retrospect thing. The structure breaks the surface of the ocean, creating a giant wave 100 meters tall. However, on the other side of the city, the real tide has arrived. It is a living wave, seaborne of various forms, have fused with the ocean. The children of the sea are the sea itself. They have even changed the color of the water. The city from the depths of the roiling tide stretch out at the same time, colliding, embracing, and ripping at each other's throats. Nature never tires, yet civilization will not stop its footsteps. All is quiet. No wind dares tell of what it sees here and now. Ooh. That was good. That was good. I think that is a good. I think that is a good stopping point. And we'll have three more story nodes for tomorrow of like a little less length, technically, but probably more to discuss. So, you guys,
that is where I think we're gonna call it. A little bit on the shorter side. Thank you for understanding. My throat is actually kind of hurting, so I think this does work out kind of nice. I'm gonna get some regular working. I think I'm gonna get some like cough drops up in here. But if you guys like this, we will be finishing Path of Life tomorrow. So here, let's head back over here. We will be, whoa! Scroll too quickly. Underworking. I'm not underworking. Louis, thank you for the hydrate. I could use that. Ooh, jump scare. Sorry. Hide your kids. Tomorrow, guys, we're gonna be finishing up Path of Life. Can you believe it? Take your POV. Oh my god. We're gonna be finishing up Path of Life tomorrow. Can't believe it. We made it. The end of the Ayer story, kind of, sort of, mostly. And good timing, because on Friday we're gonna be doing the anniversary events and viewer polls starting there, which I'm really looking forward to. So we got that, and then on Wednesday we're going to be continuing our Fate Stay Night playthrough starting at 8 p.m. Take care of yourself post stream and watch those council vids afterwards. Yeah, we'll watch them. We'll see time wise tomorrow's story. Maybe tomorrow will be an opportunity to watch them. Oz of brandy, Oz of hot water, and ounce of honey is great for making your throat feel better. I don't have brandy though. I'm probably just gonna pop a cough drop. YouTube's gonna die soon. Yes, YouTube side, we're gonna be wrapping up in a moment. We are gonna be hopping into a raid over on Twitch side. So you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We should have time tomorrow, and you definitely want to watch them right after Path of Life or a while before. Yeah, Ski Kid recommended before, so let's do it after. Let's plan on that, Stormy. So we're gonna do it tomorrow. We'll watch them. So if someone wants to queue them up for us, that would actually be very helpful. But YouTube side, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. I will see you YouTube side tomorrow for Path of Life finale. And if you want to hop in the raid, head on over to Twitch side. We'll be wrapping up here. But thank you guys. Everybody say bye YouTube, bye YouTube, bye YouTube, bye YouTube, bye YouTube, bye YouTube.